You know that movie Troll 2, the so-called best worst movie, has no trolls but goblins, vegetarian goblins who turn people into vegetables to eat them. There's lots of green slime, lots of screaming, bad acting, you know.
Oh my God!
So anyway, it has a huge cult following. People like to quote the movie and highlight all the funny parts. But my favorite part, by far, is the movie within the movie, the one they're watching on the TV. I mean, what the hell was that? Did I see what I think I saw? Did a monkey touch an exploding egg and then rocket into the sky? That's amazing! I got news for you. Troll 2's not the best worst movie. I don't even think it's the best worst movie that's in the movie. I think it's this. And check out their expressions. They just stare at it like they're confused or just bored. And then 3 or 4 seconds later, they laugh.
I'm sick of this.
So, what happened after the monkey rocket that was even funnier? All we see is 2 seconds of it. What could the rest of that movie be like? We gotta find this movie, if it's a real movie. So, about 10 years ago, I put Mike on the case, and he comes back immediately with not 1, but 4 movies. So I ask him, what the hell is this? And he says it's part of a series, I guess. So what we have here are 4 DVDs, all with German text. When translated to English, it seems to say, When Women Had Tails, and all the sequels are numbered. Okay, so I put the first DVD in, and sure enough, it's region locked. You know how much I love that. So after I get around the lock, I find that the titles on the actual movies are completely different than the DVD covers, with the exception of the first one, which is still called When Women Had Tails. The second one says GRUNT. The third one says When Men Carried Clubs and Women Played Ding Dong. Played Ding Dong? The title's in my own native language, and it's confusing me more than any of the others. The fourth one's in Italian, which I think translates to Attila, Scourge of God. I now realize all 4 of these movies are Italian productions, but the DVDs are in German. Okay. So, are they all part of the When Women Had Tails series? Let's take a look. The first 3 all seem to be caveman comedies. Basically just a bunch of cavemen and women beating each other up. One of the best parts in the first one is when a caveman tries to fly. I love that. So even though these movies are similar, they don't seem to be related. The fourth one, Attila, is also a comedy, but with more of a barbarian theme with sword fighting. It reminds me of the Deathstalker series. Okay, so there's one part in this movie that I have to mention, which makes everything worth it. They're walking in the woods, and they see something big and majestic standing before them. You'll never believe what it is. Really. You'll never believe what they see.
Nun komm, ja?
Da ist sie, unsere Columbia!
Ich entbiete dir unseren Gruß, Columbia.
Lasst uns gehen, jetzt sieht's so.
Yeah. They met the Columbia logo. That's great. Watch it again.
Da ist sie, unsere Columbia!
Ich entbiete dir unseren Gruß, Columbia.
Lasst uns gehen, jetzt sieht's so.
One more time.
Da ist sie, unsere Columbia!
Ich entbiete dir unseren Gruß, Columbia.
Lasst uns gehen, jetzt sieht's so.
Oh, yeah, that is just... Wow, that's... class. So anyway, these are pretty crazy movies with naked centaur women, mermaids, lots of nudity, people constantly getting hit over the heads with boulders, but they're not sequels. So how are they all part of the When Women Had Tails series? The answer is they're not. In fact, the first movie here, the one that actually is called When Women Had Tails, had a real sequel. It was called When Women Lost Their Tails, But that's not on any of these DVDs. Some DVD distributor, Savoy Films, just picked a bunch of random movies and retitled them. That'd be like if I took Star Crash, Plan 9 from Outer Space, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, and Battlefield Earth, put them all on DVD and called them Star Trek 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you consider these Italian caveman comedies being somehow spiritually linked to Troll 2 because of the movie on the TV and for the fact Troll 2 had an Italian director, producer, and crew, then we got to get into the Troll series. Troll 1 had nothing to do with Troll 2, which had nothing to do with Troll 3, either of them, except Troll 3 number 1 used the same goblins from Troll 2. Troll 3 number 2 was intended to have the cast from the original Troll, and both Troll 3s were made by the same associate producer from Troll 2, Joe D'Amato, who brought you such classics as Porno Holocaust and House of Anal Perversions. Troll 3 number 2 was about killer plants and also known as The Crawlers, Creepers, and Contamination Point 7. Troll 3 number 1 was a fantasy adventure also known as Quest for the Mighty Sword, The Hobgoblin and Hobgoblins, which would make it the second Hobgoblins movie, and Hobgoblins 2 would be Hobgoblins 3. It was also known as Ator 3, which of course makes it the third Ator movie, the second third Ator movie, because the first Ator 3 didn't have Joe D'Amato as director, but the second Ator 3 did, and the true sequel to the Trolls series is the animated Trolls, kind of like Alien and Aliens. Okay, that last part I was kidding around, but the rest was real. So anyway, with all that research, I got so exhausted, I abandoned the video. Because I thought it needed a ton more work to figure out all that history and the connections between all those movies. And after all those years, I finally realized I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. Thanks to these stupid, goddamn, fucking DVDs. Man, yeah, they confused me. The monkey movie in Troll 2 is Grunt from 1983, which would be the second one on the DVDs. So it begins with a bunch of cavemen sleeping in a cave. A stalactite falls from the ceiling and falls into his mouth. Then he farts fireworks, whacks his head, and wakes everybody up. Then they all bop each other with clubs, over and over. Next, they're outside eating berries and fighting over them. At first I thought not understanding the language would be a problem, but no, it isn't. An acorn or something falls from the tree, knocks him senseless, then he gets mad and beats the acorn with a stick, unwittingly fashioning it into a boomerang. He throws it, it comes back, and hits him in the head. Meanwhile, the one with the long blonde hair is picking flowers, wearing a giant diaper. He gets stung by a bee, gets angry at the flowers, whacks them over and over with a stick until they're ground into a white powder that he sniffs and makes him feel real funny. Then the monkey we've been waiting to see comes and strangles him. He doesn't seem too concerned though. That powder must be pretty good stuff. Then they're all attacked by a bunch of rabid poodles. Keep in mind, I don't really know what's going on. I'm just explaining what I'm seeing. I haven't even found a single plot synopsis anywhere. In fact, when you Google Grunt 1983 synopsis, you get the synopsis for Troll 2. It seems like nobody else has even seen this movie, besides the director of Troll 2. The poodles seem to be owned by a different tribe who wear zebra skin. The tribes make peace. The zebra people offer them food, show them their customs, treat them to musical entertainment, and just have a bunch of fun. Then they rip the beard off the blonde guy. I'm not sure he wanted that. Then he gives them the flower, and they all get high. Then they all go into the woods and get bopped on the heads through the bushes. Turns out it's a female tribe that's been knocking them all out. They drag all the unconscious bodies into a pile, but it seems they spare one of them and treat him like a king. I don't really know what's going on. Some of the women seem to be choosing the men as mates. Some of the men seem to be happy about it, others don't. The blonde diaper guy goes hiding in the bushes, while the other dude gets whipped next to a lake and dances. And it goes on, and on, and on. Wow, I mean, this is definitely slapstick, but it's not Three Stooges quality or anything like that. This is like bad slapstick. And I haven't seen it this bad in a long time. Because it's really bad. I can't even make jokes about this. Like, I'm sitting here trying to watch it and come up with something. And, no, it's just look at it. Yeah. Then there's a big storm that sets one of their fingers on fire. One of them is running around dodging bolts of lightning. Then he gets struck and starts acting like a chicken. Yeah, I'm really happy I found this movie. And then, yes, here it is, the egg. We must be getting close to the Troll 2 scene now. They all gather around this mysterious glowing egg. One of them touches it and electrifies him to the bone. Touching that thing is such a good idea. So the next guy does it, and he turns into a guy in a Speedo. Okay. So every time somebody touches it, sparks shoot out and they get fried. Why not just lay off? That egg is bad news. But one guy touches it and he's fine. Like the chosen one. Then they all pose for a group picture. Wait. What? Well, who's taking the picture? There isn't even a camera anywhere in the movie. Next thing, they fry a chicken on the egg. Wow, fry a chicken on the egg. And finally, the monkey shows up again, who wants some of this egg action. And here we go, monkey and egg together at last. Now we can witness the full glory of the scene from Troll 2. Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's the same thing, but you can tell they trimmed it down a little for Troll 2. But those few extra frames make a difference. I want to savor every second of this monkey rocketing into the sky. It's great. Say what you will about Troll 2, picking this clip from this movie was ingenious. And now, even better, we can finally see the moment that made the characters laugh. Let's watch. Oh, come on! It was nothing. Well, anyway, there's not much else to see. Yeah, the monkey's great, but the rest is garbage. I had to find out. You know, I could have left it alone. You know, it's obscure for a reason. Because it sucks. Why'd I have to do it?